Hey Math fam, Mr. Gajewski here. Welcome back to episode 4 of Super Mario Quadratics. All right, a little bit of a different problem here. They're giving us a blank slate to work with. So world 1-4, create two quadratics to collect the star and the coins. Now we could go ahead and write factored form here. Factored form, remember, is going to tell me my intercepts, but that's going to make it a little bit more difficult in my opinion to gauge where our jump needs to be because we're not so concerned about what's going on down here. We are more worried about hitting this vertex up here. Okay, we're not worried about crossing the x-axis. So I think we should probably use a vertex form here. So to do that, we're going to do y equals. We want our quadratic to open downwards, so we're going to punch in a minus here. Okay, and then I'm going to do parentheses x minus. I don't know what I want to have here quite yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and close off my parentheses. And I need to square this, so I'm going to hold shift and press 6. That will give me a superscript where I can punch in a 2. And then I'm going to hit the arrow key to the right. Okay, so I am no longer in superscript. And then plus, that will give me my maximum. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this, Control C, and paste, Control V, so I don't have to type all that out again. All right, and then I need to find where my vertex will be. So my vertex for this star, right, I can kind of imagine a parabola here, is going to be 6 as my axis of symmetry. Punch that into the parentheses. And a maximum of 8. Okay, not quite wide enough. So this is kind of like having a 1 here, right? When we don't have that, that's that invisible 1 we've talked about in class before. We want this to be wider, so we need it to get closer to 0, absolute value closer to 0. It's always, as always, try 0.5. Maybe a little bit wider. How about a 0.3? 0.4? Yeah, they're both horse of peas. Let's go with 0.3. All right, that'll work for the first one. Now we need to figure out the second jump here. So Mario, it looks like he's going to jump. He needs to get to 11, 9. So let's go ahead and let's try 11, 9. And let's kind of tighten this up, make it look a little bit prettier, a little bit more accurate. It will work when he jumps, but then he's going to backtrack. It's going to look a little glitchy. So let's go ahead and let's narrow our jump a little bit here. So let's go ahead and let's punch in. Let's see what happens if we punch in a 2. Okay. I don't know if we're going to quite clip that. So let's just slide our axis of symmetry over. Let's see here. Maybe half a unit. Let's go to 0.25. Yeah, that looks like it'll clip, right? It'll link up right where we landed, and then it'll clip both coins. Let's go ahead and let's hit run. All right, awesome stuff. A little bit more challenging there. Hopefully you're able to figure it out on your own. That is it for episode 4. Well done. Move to the next screen. Smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in episode 5.